Hello, friends. Hello, and welcome to another video of Blueport Pleasure Beach. Yes, you heard correctly. And I'm also saying that we are having an episode. That's saying too much. 2 episodes, more likely. So, before we can finish this, it is amazing, guys. It really feels nice, and I can't wait for this part to be finished and share it with you all on the workshop. But in any case, I told you last time that we had a beer garden on the agenda that I wanted to build, and that's what we're doing today. I was not really feeling where and what kind and style and all that stuff. I just went in and I kind of like just winged it, you know. I found a few reference pictures here and there. I found like how some open beer gardens outside, and I try to find a way of kind of like incorporate it into like a theme park kind of vibe. And that's kind of like what I'm doing today. As you can see here, we are just going with a normal roof, and then I do the plaster pieces as the custom walls, and then I kind of like just wing it slowly and see how far I can build and what looks good and what doesn't. So here I was struggling a lot. I had this pathing here. I kind of like the pathing, how it goes up and down, and I kind of like the different levels and stuff. So I wanted to keep that. So I wanted to see if I could find a way to make this look doable and nice by having these sort of rock textures coming up from the ground and kind of like dividing it, so it'll kind of be like an entrance to the beer garden. After that, I was kind of like feeling I need to cover up the coaster tracks here too, but I also need to figure out a way to make this look nice. But no matter what I did of placing a building, a tree, fence, whatever I placed right here in this little section, it just didn't look good to me. I didn't like it. I really didn't like it. So I decided to kind of like move this building on the side to the other building, which is also the beer garden building, and it kind of gives this nice depth to the build and to this entire area. So what we're missing slowly in this area here, this beer garden is 100% done. I am not gonna do anything about it besides doing interior work and then do some backstage stuff. But besides that, I feel like this beer garden is kind of like just nice as it is. And I like that it's open, that the people in the Alpine area can just walk straight down. I like that it's next to the chairlifts. It just really makes it nice. It makes such a nice open area. And as soon as you guys can see, when we're slowly getting more built here, you will see how much it actually divide and how actually it gives this nice depth to the whole section of the park by having this sort of beer garden and having it slightly go down a little ramp too. And therefore also we'll have people be able with wheelchairs to go back and forth as well. So I thought, alright, let's see, now we have the coaster kind of covered on this side. So what can we do to make it look extra? So I'm making these sort of glass, I guess canopies, you can call them, where I'm putting in some seating areas, some benches and all that stuff, and then I'm decorating it with some flowers and adding some animatronics at the end of the video to get a little bit of more atmosphere, because the guests will not be able to walk in this specific, or they'll not be able to sit, I mean, on these custom benches. So we'll just have to do what we can and do our own and just pretend. But I also think that's okay, because they will not be able to sit a lot of places here in the beer garden. I put up a few benches at the end, but mostly it's mainly just fake sitting area and dining area. So I'm using this bar here, and then afterwards I'm trying to cover up some things here and there. And honestly, guys, after that it just looks so nice when I got that things covered up. I'm actually super happy for how this build total just turned out to be. I built it in like a quick evening, to be fair, and I was just really vibing and grooving. And I've always wanted to build like a beer garden kinda, So I guess I could do it here now, and yeah, I feel like I didn't disappoint myself in what kind of vibe that I wanted to have. The only thing that kind of messes me right now is this queue line with the chairlift that is right next to it. So I had to find a way to divide them and kind of like make it look like you can see that there's two different things here, right? So they don't like just completely clip through each other. So here I'm trying to make the pan, well, here it's gonna be a little bit wonky because I couldn't really get the entire piece to look properly because of the freaking terrain and stuff. But we got through it. And here I'm using this grass piece. I don't know who made it, but it's amazing, and I love what texture it gives. It can give this like super nice texture for, as you can see here, where we can have like a little grassy outdoor area in the park too. And also in the back here, I'm adding a little bar and some sitting areas. There's a lot of things that I add here and there. But in total, this is gonna be a very, very nice atmospheric build, guys. We are definitely having a lot of people coming over here when we are slowly done with the Alpine area, because I can already see now that we have more people attracting to come over here. And I don't build with so many people in the park, but the ones I have, I kind of want to see them walk around a bit. And I can also assure you guys that this park is not heavy on your guys' ends. You will be able to play this park with nice frames, and you might be able to well, sit a little bit for at least the Maker Toolkit, but I will make sure that most of those pieces will be in a collection. So yeah, we're actually talking about this part finishing, guys, and I can tell you that what we're missing now is literally the rest of the Alpine area. It's not a lot. It's behind the boomerang station. We have a little bit of decorations, a little bit of gaps to fill. A friend of mine is gonna build in the park a little blueprint where he's gonna help me out finishing off some areas. And yeah, so that's pretty much what we're doing in Blueport, guys. We are at the end game here, which is absolutely amazing. I cannot tell you guys how happy I am for being at this section here now, to be able to say and see that I can actually see this part finished. I will not go in and redo a lot of things. They will be as they are, and that's also kind of like the whole vibe about it, right? Not going to change how you start it, because there's some builds that when I started that, yeah, they're a little bit, and then there are some that are also not so much, you know. And I wanted to add some more midway games too, but they're just so tedious to build, so I'm just gonna have the ones I have and just keep it with that. So yeah, I'm really trying to decorate this building here as good as I can and not making it look super identical to the others. So I go in and I make some custom windows, put a little bit of color on, some decals, and then afterwards things are slowly starting to look a lot better. I personally am a big fan of how I got these things to kind of like look, and I even also put some shutters in the windows here, so it kind of feels like they can pull them forward. So, but yeah, windows, custom windows. As I say, this building is pretty much custom, and I like it because I can afford it in here. And sometimes you just need to have it custom so you can get that perfect shape and height and all that. So, so that's what we're doing today. And as I say, I have placed a few shops inside, and I'm also placing a few benches and stuff. But that will be something I will do later on. It's literally just maybe some nice pathing, some walls. Maybe some lighting in there, and then just a few benches. That is literally all I want to do in there. So that's the plan for the inside, guys. And I know we have a few places here and there inside Blueport here that has this emptiness, but I'm not really sure I want to add all that into the interior. And also we have some nice frames, so why would I ruin that, right? So what I'm working on mostly is the exterior and what the eye see from the perspective when you walk outside around the areas. But yeah, guys, I'm really stoked on how far this project has come, that we are actually at the end game now, and I'm super happy for this build here that I've done today. It's actually one of my first Beergardens, I think, and I actually find it super funny to build these sort of builds here with some interior sitting areas, and just a nice atmosphere. I'm really liking that. So making some custom benches here with the wooden pieces here, as you saw, and then afterwards I'm trying to add some bunting, some lights. I even add, as you can see here, some music that's actually playing. I'm playing that, I can't remember, but I took a Planko song and it's just playing in here. So we kind of like get a vibe as well too, right? Doing some path decorations, and then here I'm adding these guys as well, these barrels. And then I go in and add the bar here as well. As soon as I start adding the lights and the bunting, you guys will see the change. The big change it makes here. It's actually quite crazy. And I couldn't really find, like I knew that there were a piece, Team Maker Toolkit piece that had these like strips with lights, with bulb lights. But I just couldn't find them, so I had to do it myself. But it was nice. It really looks good, all of it. And I'm really happy for it. So these guys will not be able to, it'll just be bars. I might put in the, you know, the Vista Point thing, so people might actually just go over here. I don't know if that will be cool or not, but that's sort of the plan. Trying to detail this guy. But going back to what I'm missing is that I'm missing, as I said, a little few things, and then I miss the chairlift station, which is also something I think I can do pretty quick. And then I'm missing half of the station for the boomerang coaster. And then I just need to make some pathing, some fencing here and there, maybe some signage, and then I think we're there. Then I think we are there. As you guys know, again, I will be traveling again in April, so my goal is to have this part finished next month. So hopefully we will have next month to finish this park off with, guys, and then I can do cinematics, POVs, and all that stuff, and upload it to the workshop, so you guys can have some fun with this park as well. So as you saw, I had an ATM in here first, or a vending machine, but I just didn't like it. So I went in and tried to make this a little bit more of a fancier sort of house. You always have these fancier houses at a Beergarden or somewhere. Like, I need some sort of Alpine vibe in here. So that's kind of like what we did today. Some trim work, the good old trim work at the roofs here. And I also know the spire and kind of like the top part of this roof here was kind of interesting. I was trying to experiment with something to not use too many pieces and something that just went fast, you know. And I mean, yeah, it's okay. I don't hate it. I'm not super fan of it either. Maybe we'll change it, but for now, this is kind of like the vibe it has. So yeah, some more bar work here. I'm trying to find facades here for it, so I can kind of like cover up, so it feels like it's kind of like with the building and you can't really go outside. So yeah, signage, some beers, a little bit of decos here and there, and then we're actually somewhat getting close to the end here, guys, and kind of like how the whole Beergarden layout is supposed to be. So now, as I say, we kind of like have what we need here. Now we just need all the kind of like the vibes, the good times. So I'm adding some bunting here. I'm writing the sign, Blueport Beergarden. We are adding some lights, a lot of clutter here and there. So now we're at this stage now where we have to make this section here looks alive, right? And since not a lot of people will actually be able to walk down here, more or less, we are gonna have to do our own fake atmosphere. So we're gonna do that with some animatronics, with some beer bottles standing around, and then just trying to make the whole Beergarden vibe come alive here. And that's always a fun, very fun thing to try to do in this game. But what is a Swiss Alpine building here if we don't have a little drain system? So I'm just adding that a little bit to it here to give it that little extra realistic pop, you know. So that's kind of like what we do. So adding these 3 benches here, as I said, these are the benches they will be able to sit on, and also the ones I place inside. So the rest of the entire area here is mostly for scenery. But I do like how these benches kind of like is in the middle here, and kind of like can be, it's like a centerpiece of this Beergarden. I really like that. So after I placed those things down and I kind of like figured out, okay, this is kind of like the spot. This is the sitting area that will be available to the people, I went in and I tried to add more of these bunting flags, which is also a theme maker toolkit piece. There are a few theme maker toolkit pieces, guys, and I will, as I said earlier in the video, make a collection for theme makers when I upload the park as well. So don't you worry about that. But we're needing a little bit of signage here, so I'm using this beer menu, putting it on this board here and kind of like making it feel like it's part of it. And then I kind of just place it around so, you know, the attraction of the Beergarden can be seen from this perspective. So when you walk here, you see the sign and you'll be like, oh, because I don't think I'm gonna have an arch or anything down here. It just looks random with an arch. I tried doing it and it just ruins the entire vibe. So I just kind of like want to have it open. And then I went in here and made some fake stairs instead. So it kind of feels like instead of this ramp, because people can still walk around it without going down these stairs. It just looks nicer to have these stairs here with the whole Beergarden vibe. So I thought that I wanted to keep them as that and then just go with it. So as you can see, as I said before, we're getting close to the end here, and before I show you the cinematics, I am adding a little bit of drapes and stuff. As you can see, I'm switching up some colors, so we have some different nationalities represented here. So there's France, there's Italy, we got Swiss even, and then I think I even add a few different colors too. But just like, so we have a vibe, you know, so it feels like you are a place that is not like just a specific place, you know. It's more of a, there's multiple cultures here and stuff, and I kind of like that. That's kind of like what I'm trying to do with everything. But we're adding the last bunting here, and then afterwards we are slowly moving towards a little bit of signage here at the bar as well, where I'm just trying to add the same signage here. You know, when you go up and you want to order a beer, you usually can see the menu card and stuff. So that's kind of like the vibe I was going with here too. And I was also, as you can see, try to close off the shutters a little bit more so it gets this little variety of things. And I really like that too. So we're doing the last parts here, guys. It's not really much else to do besides the little lights that we will eventually add into here. And after I add those, guys, oh man, it looks so ridiculously good with the atmosphere it gives with all those bulb lights hanging in a really cable line over the trees and all that stuff. And that's really what I love about Beergardens. I love this vibe here. I love the bunting, I love the festive lights, I love the happy people, and of course the beers, right? So that is obviously one thing. And since we already have a brewery in Blueport, I feel like it's kind of like they just like beer here, you know. It's fine, it's fine. I like to get a beer in a theme park once in a while. It's nice. So using this cables here from Hydro, and then some lights too. I don't know if they are from Hydro as well, I'm not sure. But anyways, it really just makes the thing pop up here and just adds that much charm and atmosphere to this entire build. And when we've added that, you'll get to see what a cool vibe this guy has. Also at night, I will make sure to have some nighttime shots and daytime shots for the cinematics, guys. But yeah, we are moving towards the end, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video and my crazy rambling here. Let me know down below, guys, what you think of this build. Are you much excited as I am for this park to actually finish and be on the workshop very soon? Yes, because I really am. You will get a new video within 2 or 3 weeks, guys, and which will probably, hopefully, be the last one before I can give you guys some sort of a little park tour, or before we have to go in and fill in the last gaps here and there. Because layout wise, building wise, scenery wise, we're there. We're pretty much there, guys. So yeah, I think I said that a few times already today, but I just want you guys to know that I'm actually capable of finishing something. It's great, isn't it? Anyways, guys, I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. Join my Discord if you want to be part of something cool. We have zoo builders, Planet Co builders, we have everything. So yeah, don't miss out. Leave a like and a comment, guys. And I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys in the next Blueport video. Take care. Bye bye.